This is the G-Lide 8900B, a blacked out solar wave scepter tight graph G-Shock big case series watch. It was first released in 2012, in year where tons of big case models was introduced into the market, and this is one of them. And in my opinion, this is I believe to be the most advanced in its category or in this series, 8900 series. If you Google up that reference number, you'll notice there are so many variations of this on the market, from G8900, GW8900, GR8900, and GLS8900 as well. This is the GWX8900. All of them have same profile, same design, even same size. In fact, if you own several of them, you could interchange between the watch bezel, the ring, the buttons, even the watch band as well, which already happened in this case. So if you actually look for specific GWX in this very colorway, you will not find them, because it originally belongs in the black and white GWX 8900B series. The bezel had been swapped to an all-black version, thus gave us this, in my opinion, a perfect 8900 series because of the blacked out look. You don't have any colors, and it still have the most advanced movement in there, in my opinion. So let's have a look. It operates on Casio 3279, which has a lot of functions. We'll run through after this. While at it, G-Lide 8900B, the reference number, stainless steel back, made in China DH. There's a low cost of around 150 to 200 US dollars price range. If you decide to get one, link is in the description box. Down here is actually the batch number for the watch. So 350D, which means this watch was manufactured in the 350th day of 2014, making the watch almost 6 years old up to this day, and it's still running really well. Well, that is expected out of a G-Shock. It has water resistant to 20 bar to fit with the G-Lide team for water sports related activities. Thus G-Lide, and thus the water resistivity, and thus the tight graph and moon data on top, for surfing. If you look straight on the watch face, it doesn't have a lot. It looks pretty simple. It only have day display, date display, time display, and indicator over here for the battery level, since this is indeed a solar powered watch. And on top is the power saving mode indicator on or off. This one over here is the tight graph 3-phase, and this is the moon data, and that's pretty much it. At the center is just background indicators, similar like most solar powered wave scepter G-Shock watch. But what makes this watch special in comparison to other tight graph solar wave scepter model on the market is what it has to do in the tight graph and in the countdown timer mode, which I found to be really unique to this very series only. Before we begin, pressing this lower right button goes into the wave scepter feature. If you want to manually receive the signal for accurate timekeeping, it could receive 6 different signals. Pressing this upper right button will show you the city name, which is Wakayama, in which this tight graph is referring to. And Casio already preset in here to 100 places, so you could pick either one that you like or you live close by and just set it up and you are good to go for the tight data. Press the mode button once brings you into the tight graph for hourly tight. This part works very much similar like most G-Shock watch. You could change to moon data as well if you want to see how the moon affect the tide or the tide low or high at specific hours. So if you have any surfing activities planned, you could check in advance before you do all that. Next is the world time. Very much similar like most G-Shock. It has 31 time zones and 48 cities pre-registered in here, and then you'll have alarm, 5 of them, and timekeeping on top with snooze and of course signal. Next is a stopwatch. It has a range to only 60 minutes. Fits just for sports. Well, you don't really do sports for a long time, so 60 minutes is good enough. Besides, 60 minutes is just enough before the tide change. So you really don't want to go over 60 minutes. You really need to check the tide conditions every single hours, or else you'll be in great trouble. So 60 minutes fits really well in this case. Next is a countdown timer. So this part is pretty cool. If you look closely, you have timekeeping and 0/10. This is actually the auto repeat feature. So you could repeat itself all the way to 10 times. Well, basically it will indicate to you how many times the timer has been repeated, and it has 2 interval timer built in. You could reset it up, of course. Right now I already set it up to 10 seconds for the first countdown timer, and when this 10 seconds has off, it will switch to the second countdown timer, which I already set for 5 seconds. And when this countdown timer is off, that number two will be over here, indicating that we are in the second repeat on the countdown timer. And you could set it up over and over again. You could use it however you like for interval or break between each sessions. You could set this timer to 99 minutes and 55 seconds. So that is long enough, I believe. And next will brings you back to home timekeeping. That will summarize everything this watch have other than 12-hour, 24-hour time format, full auto calendar built in, power saving mode, battery life could last you all the way to 10 months with a single charge. And if you decide not to wear the watch and you keep it in the box like so in a dark place, the battery could last you for 2.5 years with a single full charge. So you could reuse it back next year if you wanted to. And being a G-Shock, it could last you a long time, so you don't have to worry about this watch at all. Even if the power runs out, you could always charge it up as you're doing your activities, basically while surfing. So the size of this thing is 55.1 for lug to lug, which is quite long even for my skinny wrist, especially for my skinny wrist. The width size is 52.5. That is incredibly big by numbers, and it does indeed look really big. The thickness is 16.3 millimeters. Since it is mostly resin parts, this is mineral, the weight is only gonna go you around 71.2 grams, which is lightweight enough and in my opinion suitable for sports because it won't get in your way. And because of the size, I'm sure you could use it. You could tell the time. Bigger size means bigger display, so that will help with visibility. Although since it came in negative, I'm not really sure how that will work because it uses an old type of display technology. Well, we are talking about 2012 G-Shock. If you decide to get a negative display on recent release model, especially those with SDN type, you'll have a better display. In this case, not as clear, but I'm sure you could see it in a bright sunny day as it was intended to be used for. But for fashion wear, if you're always being indoors, you'll have a hard time telling the time. As I'm seeing right now in person, I have a feeling, yeah, I'm not gonna like this. It's pretty blurry, but depending on your lifestyle. But what I like about the watch is the buttons. They are big, they are so easy to use, and being in the solar wave-set terminal, this watch does have full auto light functions in the LED. 2 of them. It will glow in blue colorway, which will light the entire watch face if you're going to be using this at night time, which is great. So the watch band is really big, really wide. Then again, it fits really well with sports, water-related activities, so you need that extra strength. Though it was locked with a regular spring bar, but it is supported with the watch band design over here. It is 16 millimeters, but looking at how thick the lug is, and of course how thick the spring bar itself, and how the watch band is fully integrated with the watch body, you can rest assured this thing gonna stay on your wrist the whole time of your activities. And since about the watch use, you can see there are a lot of use marks already, but that's a nice thing because it is now proven that this watch will last you, and in this case, more than 6 years.